Now let's come across the next characteristics as power dissipation. Okay, we'll define it. Power dissipation, it is defined as the amount of power dissipated in an IC in terms of heat is called as power dissipation. So the amount of power that the IC dissipates, maybe in the form of heat, is called power dissipation, and it is generally described as power dissipation is a product of VCC with ICC average divided by N, where VCC is nothing but our गेट सप्लाई वोल्टेज होता है, ICC average is nothing but the average current drawn by IC or the gate is called as the average current, और जो N होता है it is called as number of gates. So by this term we can determine power dissipation. In general, power dissipation is always in milliwatts. In general कितना होता है, milliwatts में होता है. So negligible amount of power dissipation expected होता है किसी भी ICs में. And now if I consider this ICC average, it can be calculated by formula called as ICCH plus ICCL divided by 2. Now what is ICCH? It is nothing but the current drawn by the IC when it is in high state. Similarly, ICCL is nothing but current drawn by the IC when all gates are in low states. So based on that, we'll write ICCH is nothing but current drawn by IC when gates are in high state. ये तो हो गया ICCH का. Similarly, ICCL current drawn by IC when all the gates are in low state. So इसका जो एवरेज आएगा उसको हम कहते हैं ICC average. So based on this, we can define another important characteristics that is called as the power dissipation. Now based on power dissipation, I can go for the next characteristics as power consumption. Is how much power an IC can consume. So we can define power consumption is nothing but it is the product of power dissipated by each gate into the number of gates. So power consumed is a product of power dissipated into the number of gates. So इस हिसाब पे हम डिटरमाइन कर सकते हैं हाउ मच पावर इज कंज्यूम्ड बाय दैट पर्टिकुलर IC. तो ये तो हो गया पावर के रिलेटेड, एक पावर डिसिपेशन, एक हो गया पावर कंजम्पशन. नाउ बेस्ड ऑन द सेम we will switch on to the next characteristics which we call it as operating temperatures. Now as you know that ICs are nothing but a part of semiconductor devices, and when it comes with semiconductor, so these devices are temperature dependent. These are temperature dependent because as the temperature rise or fall there, it may have conductivity issues. So because of that, there are certain range of operating temperature for every ICs. So let's start with the first. When we are using ICs for commercial application, that means the ICs which are using for our day-to-day usages, their general temperature is ranging between 0 to 70 degrees Celsius. Now when I come across industrial applications, so the temperature ranges between 0 to 85 degrees Celsius, and for military applications where the general range will be minus 55 degrees Celsius to 125 degrees Celsius. So these are the operating temperatures we are using for commercial applications, industrial applications and military applications. So this is about another few characteristics of our logic families. Thank you.